Yeah, like
we're live.
whacking for real.
We're live.
Yeah, I think Craig said the best thing. I don't
we're
ever...
We're live on Twitch and YouTube.
We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. 3 platforms right now. We're live. We're ready to rumble. And we'll actually have views on there.
Vince McMahon to announce us like he announces like the Royal Rumble participants, like Craig, Dave, and we rumble.
The first podcast under my new network, Our Wrestling Podcast. Congratulations, O.W.P. You've made it.
Glad to be here, Vince. Thanks a lot.
And right now we got Cody Rhodes in the ring. If you guys are watching SmackDown,
of your new regime.
You guys are watching SmackDown?
That Travis Scott gets his comeuppance real soon.
Oh, he better get it.
Mr. Kennedy got fired for a bad backdrop on Randy Norton. Then what the hell's going to happen to Travis Scott for whipping the Golden Boy in the face?
He better get a smack in the face or something.
Nothing.
But you know Triple H.
Because he's Rock's buddy.
Dude, look at his eyes right now.
Never is on my television again. Yes, I want him to have comeuppance. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Even when he popped up on the screen and he's walking on with Rock, I'm like, why? What? Why?
Well, you heard the Rock
go down to Evolve.
That's his.
It depends on all the connections. It depends on all if you believe the conspiracy theories that are going on. It depends.
If Travis Scott isn't careful, he's going to get demoted to NXT or Evolve, and you don't want that.
Evolve. Well, no, he should go to Evolve. He needs to go start from the ground up.
No, he should just go back to wherever he was doing before.
Being a rapper?
That'd be great.
Being a rapper?
I guess.
Music.
Whatever.
Did he rap?
And then Jim Ross will say, and props for this reference for the people out there, Jim Ross will be like, get something more flattering. Then you're in the
Yeah, then you're hunt.
But that legitimately was sage that he had in his hand. A sage fucking roll that he was burning. Not a...
Who does that?
That makes no sense.
Well, it does if you're going by the Rock's whole sell your soul demon thing.
Oh, it was? Oh, that makes no sense still.
Yeah, that still makes no sense.
In storyline it does.
I still don't like it. No,
I mean, it doesn't mean it's good. It's just he's purifying the ring. That's what the sage does. You purify the ring from the.
Yeah.
It was all going with it.
The
There was a purpose for that, but
He can purify my ass, dude. It's stupid.
What was the purpose? What was the purpose?
Well, it's within context of the storyline. I said no one's saying it's good.
It's very bad to drink.
I don't think it's on YouTube right.
Up your butt.
Up your butt, Joe Boo. And he pees on it.
Hey, Serrano.
If you don't help me now, I say fuck you, Joe Boo.
Say, fuck you.
No one's saying it's good.
Joe Boo needs a refill.
That's what I said. Hey, Serrano. Joe Boo needs a refill.
Here we have.
Shit. That's a classic.
What's he saying, cuz?
I'm gonna check right now. I'm trying to keep an eye on the streams too.
That's what I said. Hey, Serrano. Oh no.
We'd all love to know. He's basically just saying he wants to know. He wants to know. Everyone wants to know why you did what you did. Right now, I'm trying to keep an ey on the streams too.
He's saying shirts say never give up. Why'd you
That's a great shot, Joe. I can see Cody on Joe's little phone there.
He will feel infallible. He will feel infallible. Justification.
Oh.
We're gonna get banned.
There's no justification for you, John Cena. I did enjoy the
John Cena.
The Punk the Make-A-Wish line in Punk's promo.
Oh, dude, Punk's promo was amazing, by the way, on Raw.
Solid.
Hey, Rock, you bald fraud.
He's the best. He's the best on Mike.
I would people calling it pipe bomb too. No, but it was very good.
No, but like it was awesome.
No, but it was just really good promo.
Yeah.
He's having more fun than he's had in a long time.
Oh yeah, you could tell. What's
Punk doing at WrestleMania? Is it him and Seth, or does it become a fatal three-way?
I think it's gonna be a triple threat.
Or a triple threat
With Roman.
Yeah,
that has to be. The way I feel like it might happen is
and Cena, but
the way
it's gonna be Seth, Roman, and
because Punk hasn't used the favor yet, so I assume Roman's gonna interfere in their match and he's gonna cost Punk on accident the match, and then Punk's probably gonna be like, I want my favor, I want both of them at Mania in the main. That's probably what's gonna happen.
That'd be a waste of, or something like that. But I don't know. I still think the favor is gonna come into play
Well, for
Was that a main
for,
event?
a,
later.
for Punk the character,
was that-
he's
was
obsessed
that-
with the main event still. So that's like for his character, it would make sense
Does
for
that
him.
triple threat become main event for night one then?
I would say so. Yeah, it would have to be because Cena and Cody
Holy
has to
shit,
main event
and
night
that
two.
little motherfucker gets his fucking main event. Fuck CM Punk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why the favor would come in. But does that make him a heel too? Does that make him a heel too? And then he joins Rock and Cena because of it? You know, like
No,
instead of
I think
Austin.
everybody needs to.
No.
And I don't even like because you posted something on the thread or
Yeah, we
whatever.
got a
Like
thread.
they're kind of hinting that LA Knight is going to be might be the another person to join. I hope not. Like I don't think making your top
No.
faces fucking heels like is the way to go right now. Like I don't know why LA Knight would have to do that. I think that. I think
There-
anything that they
there's no reason for him to turn, and like it wouldn't make any
I
sense.
mean-
Like he's not face enough to turn.
all the symbols that they gave, it didn't have to be John Cena. It could have been anybody that turned against Cody. The beauty of it is that they laid the seeds to tell you something was happening, but they had interchangeable stuff. I'm almost positive, like because they're like, what if Cena didn't want to do it? What if they just wanted to play it straight with him on his goodbye tour and just let him, face people like Orton on the way out and blah blah blah.
Well, Cena
and
said he
all
wanted to
that.
do
Like,
something
it-
different and cool this time. So I mean, I could see him
love
wanting to do it.
I mean,
He probably had it
I
in
know it's
plan
been-
already.
I know
No?
it's been talked about to death, but his transformation, that face that he made when he was hugging Cody over the shoulder was just genius.
Oh,
Like,
it was
man,
great.
Like,
Yeah, great.
so good, like so good. All of it was good, except for Travis Scott.
You never seen
Oh, yeah,
that
he's-
face
Let's
like
hope that-
John Cena.
It was a good face. So like he did good. He looked like Meltzer.
Yes,
Actually,
like
he legitimately looked like Meltzer.
I've seen it on Peacemaker. I've seen it on Peacemaker. I've seen that.
Like he
yeah, okay,
literally
you're
looks
right.
like Meltzer because WWE had a great show, like always. Like,
We can only hope that that Cena, out of all of this, gets a little bit of a heel haircut as well, because
supposedly he's gonna go bald.
and something needs to happen.
Yeah,
there.
supposedly
Maybe
he's
just a
shaving the.
buzz cut, just
he-
buzz
no,
it
yeah,
a little
supposedly
bit,
he's shaving it all off. He's gonna be bald completely.
What if
Maybe
Cody
he's like
just?
the turkey, kind of a little tune up. They're the best in the world at it. They take some stuff from.
By the way, there was an interview with Cena.
Yeah,
you guys
right?
did all
Like-
the interviews about.
Real quick, of course he hasn't done that. He got the money. Go to Turkey.
Yeah.
He got the front done. It's just
So nothing really,
Yeah,
It's
you
not
can
wrong.
do it.
other than Cody just being real fired up and saying, "You want some? Come get some." That's pretty much how it ends right now.
What if he just?
So
What if Cody just retires right now?
he's like, I'm done.
Like, I'm out,
He's
guys.
like, and Travis Scott fucked me up. I gotta go.
Yeah.
There was an interview just a few years ago with Cena where he said he was very close to turning heel, not like right towards the end of his last run. He's got all the attire, everything was supposed to change. He had all the stuff ready to go that was going to be completely different. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's gonna change everything. Like, are we still going to see the George? Like, I think he's got a whole different outfit,
Actually-
like a whole different attire set, everything.
Was it? Did he get interviewed by Van Vliet last year? Because I forgot which one it was, and I had shared the clip
That was the interview.
on our X. Yeah. Okay. So he actually said the Cena character almost has to turn heel at this point. Like he said something like that. So
He said, "I'll be the opposite. I'm gonna lean the opposite. Like there's no hostility.
Yeah.
Hostility, respect. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do everything with the opposite of the other guy.
and I think it needs to evolve from the
What if he just-
Doctor
he's gonna come out
Thugonomics too.
He wears plain black underwear tights, like, and just it's totally like. Just
No, I want
Just be the prototype.
like the shorty singlet, like Taz, like a Taz shorty
Yeah.
singlet. And he comes out, no knee pads
no
at
knee
all.
pads. There it is. I knew he was going to say
no knee pads. Joe will hit
No
the
knee
fucking
pads.
roof.
I'll fucking lose it. Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
great.
That's enough. I will never buy another ticket again.
Never.
Yeah, it was great
Not
to
that I
see
could- I would buy one even if I could afford it.
see all the kids crying too. That was pretty good. Like
that was sad.
It's lovely.
Fuck those kids. Fuck those kids. Make it
that's what they
somewhere
get.
else.
Yeah. And fuck those kids. I don't give a shit about your
Yeah,
kids.
He gave more make a wishes than anybody times 10 in wrestling anywhere. He's
You know what,
He did
kids?
an hour before
he's
the
done
chamber.
enough.
It's hilarious.
Welcome to pro wrestling. It's about smiles and cries. That's all pro wrestling ever is about. It's like
Well, that I saw a great
It's all
comment.
pro wrestling.
There was a great comment on one of the YouTube videos of it. It said, "To all the kids that John Cena made cry, you are now officially a wrestling fan. like you've now graduated and
Oh,
you become
yeah.
a wrestling fan. Yeah, like
or
Fucking great.
you're a sports fan. Either way, like it all works out.
Yeah.
Like, your team's gonna
dude, like you saw like
almost
kids saying,
everything.
"I hate
But yeah.
John Cena and The Rock," and their toys all scrubbed.
Do you know what I did buy today?
Your fucking heroes will always disappoint you.
I thought.
What'd you buy,
as
buddy?
a-
What, brother?
I thought as a
I know, brother. They disappoint me all the time, brother.
that light blue Toronto T-shirt right before he turned. I tried to buy it, and then it's all out. They only had youth and women a couple days ago. So all they had was I bought the towel set, and it says like the last time is now with the behind the Canadian flag, and I just think that's gonna be cool. If this is gonna be as cool,
Yeah, it'd be a great little.
like from that night that he turned. And
Well,
what he
if
hold
you
up.
get it, you unpackage it and you turn it around and it says I'm turning heel on the back.
That'd be great.
Like what the?
Oh, it was right there all along.
Or fuck them kids, like on the back.
Fuck them.
That was whoever
Or you
done that
turn-
in
you
on the
turn-
memes was hilarious.
Yeah, the neon configuration, you turn the lights out, it says fuck them kids. I'll spend here the whole time.
Wow.
Shove your wish up your ass.
We were talking about too before we hit record too. I like the Bianca Belair and Naomi segment a whole lot.
That was a really good segment.
Oof, that's how you start a show right there, and then that
It is-
kicked off really well.
She did it for The Rock. She basically. It
That's what she
reminds
said.
everybody of Rikishi,
Yeah.
like when he turned heel against Austin.
It was great.
I did it for The Rock. But
I
yeah,
mean-
she's basically like, I did it for you. Like, it's supposed to be you and me. We're better. Like, she just came in here and she doesn't respect you or us. And, she just wants to glom off everything or whatever. So I did it because I just wanted her to go away so you and I could be the better team or whatever. And then
Yeah.
it
was her best work.
Naomi
It was Naomi's best
That's what
she's ever.
Naomi said, yeah. So she admitted that she did do it, and then Jade came out there and beat the shit out of her again. So I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know how it did to make Naomi look tough or anything, but she got the shit beat out of her.
Yeah.
See,
Does this set up do we think that is it just to set up like a Bianca Jade feud down the road, or does Bianca turn heel?
So I don't. I feel this is just what I felt by watching the segment today, that there's still something that hasn't been unturned yet. Like Naomi coming out, like, because they've been building it up for a while. Why is she out?
one of the things that people pointed out was how it was Bailey and Naomi that kept blaming Liv. So Bailey was blaming Liv too, without reason to blame Liv. So I don't know if Bailey.
Jade's face or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Bianca's taken on with everyone's thing. Also, too, Io Sky wins the fucking
That was
women's
great.
world title from Rhea Ripley on Monday.
That was
wow.
another great moment this week.
And, so a lot of people
Nobody
are saying
saw
now,
that.
now people are saying it's going to be a triple threat with Bianca, Io, and Rhea.
I could see
at
that.
Mania.
Unless rumor, dirt sheets, clicks, Rhea's pregnant.
Is that what the
Really?
rumor is? I haven't seen that rumor, really.
I did not see that.
Oh,
Hmm.
geez.
WWE source.
They were in Australia.
sure.
The emotions were high. Buddy
Craig.
twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't go my baby.
She had to make him feel better. Look,
Yeah.
shit happens. Passion
Shit
happens.
Oh,
Do you feel my passion? Like-
there was like I thought the Rhea and Io match was actually outstanding. I thought it was great.
It's
Like,
excellent.
It was really
definitely
good.
Made a note of it for like year-end awards already. It was like I really enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy about the match was the aftermatch, and I just want to speak for a moment to the trend that and this is a stupid fan trend that I'm not enjoying at all, is the
Scare me right now.
overreaction of fans after something happens. At some point when they pan to the crowd, like 80% of the people were either doing this or this, which is even more egregious because it's even stupider. This I can get a little bit, but this absolutely stupid.
You know why?
It makes me think of hold on. It makes me think of the no, there's like
Not
because
even.
everybody's just waiting to get on camera. They're
Exactly.
hoping that the camera
That's-
pans
yep.
to them and they have this like stupid.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
mouth
Yep.
open, eyes bulging out of their head, stupid look on their
It's not
face.
genuine.
It just fucking looks dumb.
It's not genuine.
No, it's not genuine at all.
Yeah.
But it also makes me think of like I don't know if there's I'm gonna paraphrase
I don't like Tony Khan.
CK for a minute when he's talking about like people using the incorrect words. He's like, "That's amazing." Is it though? Are you amazed? Were you amazed at that? What happens when Jesus Christ comes down from heaven, and births the new Messiah out of his ass on your front lawn? Can you say it's amazing? No, because you just used amazing for a fucking bucket of chicken wings. So this is how I react. Those types of reactions should be saved for like Brock ending the streak, or
That's where it started.
like
That's where it started.
beating Hogan, or
I mean,
something
Cena
like
turning
that,
heel,
like those reactions. But like
Yeah, or
a
Cena,
random
Cena
title-
turning. Yeah.
random title change, albeit unexpected, but a random title change on a Monday Night Raw, and 80% of the crowd is.
I mean, Joe, I was at home by myself and I was like this.
It actually takes me out of the moment, and I'm pissed for those fucking fans
On my
ruining the
couch,
moment
I was like,
for me.
I'm doing this because it's my fucking job, man.
And so I was watching some stuff. To Joe's point, everybody
It's their
was
job to
leaving the arena that night. Everybody was like, "That was amazing!" Like all at once, and then Joe just fucking lost his shit. So it wasn't amazing.
It was a fucking
No,
amazing
I
match.
agree with you. I totally agree with Joe on that.
It was a
Like,
solid, good match that I really enjoyed, and you guys are fucking ruining it with your.
Joe, it's their fucking job to be caught on camera.
His first, I saw Jey Uso win the IC title live in Ontario, and I didn't say it was amazing. I said it was really cool. That was really cool. That was fun.
That was actually another surprise too, honestly. That was
It
another
wasn't a
surprise.
surprise.
You could say it was cool. You could say there's a lot of adjectives you can use, and there's a lot of facial expressions that you can use to indicate your pleasure and enjoyment of the match.
You sent us a selfie of you doing that.
I did. Oh, I did.
Yeah, Joe sent us that, and then it said, "Can you believe that this happened?" And I was like, "I mean, you don't have to do that." Well,
Do you
now that
believe
we're
in
talking about-
miracles?
Joe said something about match of the year. I know we're only in March or whatever, but I said last week that I needed the Elimination Chamber to hook me for WrestleMania, and boy, did it ever! And it wasn't just the John Cena turn. I mean, that was an added surprise to me. That whole card was what I've been expecting for the past 6 months that I haven't gotten. The women's chamber match was phenomenal, man. What a match!
Oh yeah,
so good. The tag match that we all made fun of with Trish and all that. What the fuck's this on here for? It was good. It got fine. And the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, holy shit!
Oh, that was a great match, dude.
That's match of the year right there so far. Like fuck, man, they were so good.
It's definitely a contender for sure.
What were you gonna say, Craig? Sorry.
Where are my props for getting the Cena turn correct?
You did. You were like you were the only one. I piggybacked on Craig. I was like, just kidding. It's gonna be Cena, but I was obviously kidding because I didn't choose Cena. So Craig is correct.
But I kind of did like an asshole. I hedged my bets, even on the text that day. Last week I said I think it's either gonna be Punk or Cena turning.
Craig, you would have gotten that info if you listened to Cup of Coffee that morning, right? But that's where you got your info. I didn't know. Between Punk and Cena.
Absolutely incorrect. I was way off on every freaking prediction I had, except for I was confident that Naomi was involved with Jade's injury. I knew that from
I thought Bianca was going to lose because of Jade. That's what I thought.
Well, I had read rumors, and again, I don't remember where I got it from, whatever, that Bianca was going to win. And so before that, but I mean, it wasn't from like a reputable source. It wasn't from Dave Meltzer or anything. So I didn't.
Right, SRS.
So I was like, okay, or whatever. What I did really like was they could have saved Jade for the end when it was down to like 3 people, or the prime people that you thought did it, like Liv, whatever. But I love that they did it in the beginning.
I did too.
They kept Bianca in the cell because they didn't want Bianca to come out. And so it was. I thought that was so smart.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It just got the whole paper. Like it's like you're wide awake.
It set the tone.
Like,
it set the tone for the pay-per-view.
And then the whole fucking Liv just stealing the fucking show, getting the shit beat out of her. Like what a fucking.
She's
the next day of her elbow.
Too many great spots, guys.
And her whole body was like welted. Had welts on it.
Bianca is just, she's been in the tag division for so long now. Like Bianca, you just forget how good she is as well. So everybody was really good in that match. I thought that match was wow, like really, really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The tag match,
they have so much trust in Liv now. The trust that Liv has to be able to start that match, and pretty much, I felt like she was running it most of the time, and she was taking most of the risk. When you said taking most of the punishment, it's come a long way in a little less than a decade for Liv. It's been pretty cool to see her.
Even in the last 2 years or the last couple of years, I forgot when she won Money in the Bank. Was that 2022?
Yes. When we
and like did the Ronda thing, even that run was a little shaky. But like, I mean, even I would say in the last like 2 years, like she's just really become a ring general, as they say.
Was really good.
Yeah, ring general.
And the men's match was, I mean, you look at who's in there, but they all got a tango. Like Punk was great. Cena, like, being in something like that for not wrestling as much as he's wrestled, like not wrestled, I should say, in the past decade. Like Cena was just keeping up with them, and you could tell they were just like, "Let me help you a little bit," like because he needed it because he's, these guys are moving so fast. But Punk, like doing his job. Seth is just a fucking unhung. I feel more sorry for his character than any other character.
Yeah, because he always gets punked out. But him screaming for Punk to die while he's taking the move was so amazing.
let me be clear, and Damian Priest paid the fucking price tonight. Don't fuck with Drew McIntyre, and he got fucking jumped in the back because he's a bitch.
Good.
Don't fucking do that.
Whoa.
Fuck, rip my fucking champion off.
I mean,
like
I
that?
agree.
Fucking with a backslide cradle. Fuck you. Fuck
Oh
you.
my
You're
God.
referring to Drew McIntyre's unseemly early exit from the chamber.
Yeah, I am, Craig. Oh, thank you so much for reminding me what I was just talking about.
I didn't think he was going to be eliminated at first. I was like, oh.
I didn't think so either. But you
I
know
wasn't
what?
expecting that. I was
Priest got
yeah.
the shit beat out of him tonight. He got the shit beat out of him tonight. So fuck
I was like,
you,
this is
Priest.
going to ruin Jess's dinner if we text him this.
The
But
thing about,
we did say, has anyone checked on Jess?
but the thing about,
you
the
must
thing
have known
about
right away, even if you
Drew,
weren't watching.
But
the thing about Drew is that he can take that and still recover. Like
Yeah.
he did.
Eh,
Smackdown.
every shortcoming has made his character even better and better. Like
Oh,
that's what's great.
He's always going to
Because
be
he's
in
so
the main
good.
event picture. He's the main event.
You know, there's a
we're
payoff.
only in the second inning. We're
There's
only
a-
in the
yeah,
second inning.
for Drew,
You guys
yeah.
are trying to,
I mean, they
you
keep
guys are already leaving the ballpark.
they keep
trying
showing
to-
us to believe that. I mean,
I just don't think there's a character much like Drew right now.
Jimmy Uso is going to be Drew right now, and it's going to be even better. Watch.
I
Oh
swear to
my God, there's
don't
no
do that.
there's no reason for that.
Oh,
Stop it.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Dude,
No, Jimmy already beat him. What? Didn't Jimmy beat him 2 weeks ago already? Like I think Jimmy beat him.
Listen,
I don't
listen.
know.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Jimmy almost just got the 3 count.
Nobody needs to.
Shut up.
It was a close count. I mean,
Kicked out.
No,
Jimmy Uso.
we're talking
Came back
interest,
and Drew
baby.
was already in the ring. That was weird. I thought they should get an entrance.
Oh,
And I like the end of it too, when Punk was on the outside of the ring and Cena was on the inside, and he was like, "I really missed you, Punk." And then Punk's like,
Yeah.
"You know,
I miss you too."
Like,
Yeah.
it was really fun.
They have a lot of respect for each other. They talked about that for years, and they
Even when
they,
he
you know,
did his little pipe bomb podcast with Colt Cabana after he could talk about all the WWE situation, like he always
Right.
said that he got along with John Cena really well.
Yeah,
Like,
he never had a problem with
so
John
he's
Cena.
always liked John Cena.
Cena's always willing to work with him, man. That was the key. He's like, let's do that. Let's do that. Like stuff that Punk never thought he would do. He's like, yeah, I'll
like Punk.
take that move. I'll
I'm
do
friends
that.
with him.
There's always good respect there, according to Punk. So
I'm gonna hire him for a Honda commercial. I'm
yeah,
doing.
it's a pretty amazing fallout. What else do we have?
Naomi and
Hall of Fame stuff. Hall of Fame stuff, right?
yeah, we gotta talk Luger.
Yes.
Lex
Yeah,
Luger.
we do have to talk Lugers. Everyone, shut the fuck up, Joe. You were sleeping because you're in Spain. So
And I'm in Glasgow.
these
We're on the same
motherfuckers,
time period.
Especially cuz is trying to say his slammer entrance was his best entrance.
Oh, you
music,
said the
and
same
it
thing
is
too,
not.
Joe?
I didn't say anything.
Slammer?
It's his later WCW music.
No.
One that
It's
kinda
it's
sound like
it's
Night
the
Lights.
88 stuff.
It's the Creep Show 2 theme, and everybody knows it. And like, I don't know why we're even messing around. And you're lucky Joe was sleeping when you said that.
You're on fucking notice, correct.
It would if you go back and watch when he beat Hollywood Hogan for the title, it was the perfect song. Like that the Creep Show would not have done
It's
it.
funny that Cuz says that because really, like, legitly, that every time I hear that music, it defined his
It's-
Nitro era.
it is.
Like, because like whenever you heard that, it was just Lex. And Cuz actually said something. He's like, you know what? I was like what you guys were in the '80s when I
Yeah.
saw that. That's my childhood.
Yeah, that's my
Like, just the
childhood.
music.
That's what I remember Lex
The
Luger.
problem is, when I heard that today, I thought that sounds like the opening to Nitro. Like I know it wasn't, but it sounds like
Yeah, it sounds like it should be in WCW versus
NWA
NWA World Tour on
Nitro.
Nintendo 64, you know?
Yeah.
It should be on a
I
Nintendo
don't even
64
remember that
wrestling
music.
music.
I do remember his 87, 88, 89, 90 music. That stuff I definitely remember.
Oh, man, that was just the best.
All I want is for Lex to stand up and you put the mirrors, at the podium, and he has to flex in front of all the mirrors, and the Narcissus music plays, and
Yeah,
everybody will be
actually,
happy.
Narcissist music, that was the best.
I said it in the text
Skinny
I
body
do.
for her to flex it up.
I'm looking forward to it because let me tell you,
So-
when you get
so
later,
is he the main guy? He's not the main.
no.
They haven't
No.
said.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Yes, they have.
Oh, who is it? I'm sorry.
Triple
what-
H.
Oh God.
Triple H is the main guy. Yeah.
Is he really?
No.
That's
He's
what they're
going
doing.
to- Yes, he is.
Wait, for what?
He was the
He
first
didn't
one.
want to, though, Joe. He didn't want to.
He didn't want to?
It went over his head, and they
Yeah.
said, "You need to."
Oh,
He
yeah.
did one of these.
Yeah, him.
Don't you fucking do that, Dave.
It's so,
No.
So far, it's Triple H. It's the Natural Disasters, which were announced this
Right.
week as well.
That's right.
Michelle McCool. Because she's
McCool.
not married to anybody. And then Lex Luger. who's got announced.
Well, she's not. Her last name's
Yeah,
McCool.
Michelle McCool?
Whose last name is
Yeah,
McCool
I
in
don't know.
WWE other than her?
Whoa. And
That's staying kayfabe, you know?
no, everybody's upset. No
Unlike
demolition. As of
Blake
yet.
Draw.
I'm upset, and you can say it. It goes.
Well, they deserve it. But do they want to go?
Over in the history of wrestling, it goes Drew McIntyre, and then right below is Demolition for not being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, at least they're one step closer. They signed a legend deal.
And then Owen, or
Oh, did they really? They signed that?
We all know why Owen's not.
we know.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Which I respect that. I'm not gonna say that his wife doesn't.
Yeah,
it's she does.
He gets the same.
It would just be selfish because we want him in there, and he deserves it. But I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on, Diana.
but like,
Let her go. Let him go in.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
Let my brother Owen go in.
Widowed wife who had to fucking watch that shit happen. So
Yeah, that's.
Someday.
But yeah, so we're not looking forward to Luger for one reason, because as we get closer to 50 years old, which we all are on this call, maybe because a little bit less.
I'm 30, bud. All right.
Area, you know, like where everything's emotional, and especially when you have kids, you know, everything just fucking hits you, and you'll cry at the drop of a hat sometimes. It's just weird as we get older. It's just that way, and like. I am not prepared for that motherfucker. They're gonna wheel him out, because you saw him stand up like and hug Cody today on the video, and he could have done it easier than he did, and he stood up pretty easy.
Yeah, he
and
did.
I know that I know he's doing the sell job, right? Because he's a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
So
He's doing the work with him, yeah.
That motherfucker is gonna get wheeled out to the stage, and he's gonna act all feeble, like, you know, and everything. I mean, he's not gonna overdo it. He's like, oh, okay, that's enough.
He's gonna pull a Willy Wonka. He's
What?
gonna pull a Willy Wonka, Jeff?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. What if he does that?
For the fucking wheelchair. This game. And I'm gonna he's gonna stand up and he's gonna be like, wait a minute, and he's gonna fucking get up, and I'm gonna bawl like a fucking child. Like, there's no fucking way that I'm not going to
throw the wheelchair in the audience.
We're not doing a live stream that night.
he's gonna smack the fan at the pace, put him in the rack.
Yeah, that's what we joked about that too. That Craig says he racks Typhoon.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
If that's how you're gonna act on the Hall of Fame, just we ain't live streaming that night, bud. We ain't gonna live stream that
Another
night.
great thing too to talk about natural disasters is like, Earthquake has passed away, so you know that sucks.
Right.
R.I.P. Tenta.
I've seen John Tenta be able to get put in the Hall of Fame, you know, but Tugboat will be there, so that's cool.
Do you see?
So does he go in the tugboat? Does he go in the Typhoon, or does he go in the Shockmaster? Because I feel like he's famous for
He's going
more
to
famous for
Typhoon.
Shockmaster than anything.
He might be the first 3-time induction, Joe.
Have you guys seen that video of Haku watching that for the first time?
Yeah, just laughing about
Yeah,
it.
he's
It's
just fucking
hilarious.
dying. He's like, I still love you,
He's
Fred.
just watching on a pad.
Yeah, he's just like
love you,
dying.
But I think officially, Joe, I know you were half joking. Officially, they are going in as a national disaster. So Typhoon is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
And by the way, there's no way he doesn't bring it up. It's coming up in the speech. It's gonna
Oh,
be
sure.
great.
I'm sure.
It's gonna.
He's
Some of
Dusty-
you know me as Shockmaster.
Cody and Dusty Rhodes are his nephew. Did you know Tugboat
Yes,
is
I did. Yeah.
a Rhodes?
He's not when he's on
I
the
did
road.
not know that.
Yeah.
Brother-in-law's?
I-
That's crazy.
There's another twist in the bloodline.
Oh
That's
my
another
God.
clue to add to the thread. God damn it.
It's so fucking funny. Tugboat turns heel at the Hall of Fame.
He's like, this is my number one guy.
Bloodies up Cody.
Just taking this.
He beats Cody up
Beat
like
the
Cody's
shit out of
even
him.
involved. He
Why does
jumps
everyone just
down and
beats
starts
me
beating
up?
the shit out of him.
Well, he's his nephew.
He's
Like, he's
like,
got to be involved.
What's Dustin doing right now? Is he in AEW?
Yeah, he's still in
He's still
AEW.
in
he's
AEW.
Well,
Came
I mean,
out a few weeks ago.
yeah.
No, I wonder
He's
if like
not
that's like I wonder if that down his road is like the number one thing. A twist is like they bring Dustin in as like, and Dustin aligns with Rock, you know, and brother against brother down the road.
You know,
It's a
on the
contract,
side,
that'd be
this
cool
is
with
like fantasy booking or whatever, but the smartest thing that Tony Khan could do is allow Dustin to do that
That would be the
Under
smartest thing
contract.
he could do.
under contract. Like, and I don't know, you know, we're in this time now where everything is like not what we thought. You know, fucking WWE's partners with TNA and, you know, all this, none of it's what
Pro
we
Wrestling
thought, right?
Noah.
Like, we never, yeah, like that. We just never.
The
thought any of
indies,
this was gonna
basically the indies are partnering with the indies because
the fact that, like, you know, Dustin can't run out there and we'll all talk. So it's like we'll all freak the fuck out. We'll all do this,
Right.
or do this, and then like we'll all do it, and then like we'll just be like, holy shit!
You know
like,
why?
is he released? And he's not released. And then Tony Khan, who desperately needs good PR with the internet wrestling community, people would be like, that's fucking awesome that you did that. Like that's really cool that you allowed.
because then
like,
also people are going to start like, oh, is someone going to show up on AEW? Like, you know, and you'll get that interest.
even if it never happened,
Even if
it's
it never
fine.
happens, but then
People
that's
do
when
that,
Tony
yeah.
needs to turn that fucking shit around and just.
You get the viewership, you get the turnaround.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
You get people turn it over.
Did you hear the new thing that he said in an interview? That
Khan?
yeah, that which I thought this was the problem originally, and I thought they changed this, but he said all the booking goes through him now again, the creative.
I mean, again.
Oh.
What do you mean again? Did it stop?
Again, did it ever?
Well, I thought they changed. Like, didn't they change that? Didn't they say like they brought in people because he says now everything goes, or he said like now everything goes through me with creative and
He has to
and
approve
booking.
everything, but he's not booking the matches. I mean he probably
in all
just
fairness,
puts his
in all
stamp on it.
fairness, it's been better lately. At least they're focusing on their. And we were talking about this before. The vignette of Mariah May and Toni Storm
That was lovely.
That
was on par with anything I've ever seen from the WWE.
That
and I will say
feud
with confidence. Like,
that feud is literally the biggest bright spot, and that's the one they should capitalize on, and that should be their premier feud, and that should be main eventing.
that should be the main event of Revolution.
It should be.
That honestly should be the main event of Revolution.
That
Mariah even
is the
jumped
best
her at
right
the
there.
Queen of the Ring red carpet.
That was an added bonus, Dave.
Well-
but the
That's awesome.
the vignette they did where they did with
was
sat
so
down with
good.
Renee and like, but not only was it good, not only were they both the ending touch when they both stood up and Renee was like, I just don't want either one of you to get hurt, or no, I just pray that you both don't get hurt, and they both at the same time said pray for her. And I was like, oh, like when I just fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
ran out
That
of the house.
that needs to
And
be
I-
their premier feud.
I just ran out and I've never been back to my
That
house
needs to
ever
be
since.
their. That's their
I was like,
moment.
whoever did
They
this,
have-
whoever did this should book everything in AEW, because whoever did this segment like understands it and understands what they needed out of it, and to make this that good. And by the way, this should have been viral. They should have put this on every fucking like
should be
platform they could have.
everywhere.
They should have fucking paid people to air it on their fucking handles. Like they need like promotion.
I like that they
should
did that.
go.
And Naomi, the same thing with her. She was selling the attack from Jade at the red carpet as well. So
Yeah,
you
she
know
actually
those
had a
two were
matching
doing
neck
good,
brace.
but then both WWE and AEW fucking ruin it when they want to talk about booking and creative at their press conferences. They both fucking do it. I'm like, then why do I care that you're keeping kayfabe outside wrestling? Like,
Right, that was like, yeah,
Not
to
that
that
either.
point, that was they were pretty much in kayfabe until Rock, right? And then Rock
Yeah.
started talking
Yeah.
about working with all of them.
All right, you sit
yeah,
down.
Well,
but they
whenever-
both do
whenever
it.
An
I was like,
executive,
I mean,
whenever an
then
executive
yeah.
comes in, it seems to change. Like
That's
Triple
what-
H will come in and then it
In his regular,
But-
clear, just normal reader glasses, then it's all, the show's over. Okay. You know.
As soon as he
and
puts
I'm like,
sunglasses
okay,
on, just
like,
know like he's unhinged and like, wow,
Travis
fuck.
Scott, that's the boy there.
Like even his mom's like, I don't like to be around him when he wears sunglasses. Crazy. I don't know how to do a Samoan
I still
accent.
think,
It's like he's gonna turn on her.
It's just like,
just going back to the Tony Storm thing, that just to kind of like paraphrase what she said at the end was so amazing. She's like, I don't wish death upon you. I just, what you're gonna have from me is you're gonna experience a life of total mediocrity, and people are not going to love you. They're not going to hate you. They're just going to be like, yeah, you were there, and it's going to torture you forever. Like paraphrasing. It was so good.
Thing,
It was
but
so
when
good.
Tony Storm's response was, I was like, like right when Tony Storm started saying all those things, I was like, this is really good. This person should be promoted. Whoever fucking produced this should be the owner of AEW.
be funny
And
if
Tony
like
Khan
he's
talked to them.
Triple H texts him how to book it really quick. He's like, here you go, Tony.
He probably did. He's like, here's what you do, step by step, like duh, like just do the whole thing.
It's a formula.
And then when they both, like I said, they both said pray for her at the same time. I was like, seriously, promotion
Yeah,
time to
really
whoever did this, and this is who should be doing all of your vignettes and doing all of your backstage segments. And I don't know how you don't see how this is heads and shoulders above everything else you do.
I'm gonna
How do
tell
you not see this. Like,
Whoever's booking AEW, or if Tony Khan, if they ever come across this clip, do something different than WWE. Please stop breaking kayfabe at press conferences. If you do that differently than WWE, you'll be on the right track, and then that feud will go even further. Because if they're gonna tell me like, well, we planned this masterpiece since last year, and they've always wanted to work together, and they did their performance, and they did well, and now they're both characters will move. Like I don't talk about, because WWE and AEW, they both allow interviews that break kayfabe, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that either.
It's
I
stupid.
do watch the press conferences. I'm not gonna lie and pretend I don't. But like,
Well, no, yeah,
I
of
love
course.
it. I look forward to them.
I do too.
know.
No, there's still
Yeah.
newsworthy stuff in it. It's just like you're
You know
gonna
what I
you
kinda
take
hate?
it away.
Waiting
But there's a way to. What's that?
I hate that they moved from they saw what AEW was doing, then they did it, and they took it a step further and made an entire post-game show where they kind of throw to the room and then throw back
go-
to the desk
yeah,
and then
go back,
packages
yeah.
and stuff. I would just want to watch the the Q&A.
And which, by the way, I know everybody knows this, but they stole that from New Japan years ago.
Yeah, New
decades
Japan
ago.
always did.
Like,
Yeah.
New Japan always did post press conferences like since the 90s. Like,
Yeah, it'd be like a real sport. Like they'd be like drinking their beer, their post beer already. Like, yeah, and then fuck it, and then someone would.
What's the famous Ishii one? It's like, ask your questions. I'm a sad broken man. Isn't there a meme of like Ishii and
I'm a sad broken
New Japan
or Hogan going like, this is just a Christmas.
The Bullet Club. That's what, like
WWE
with the Bullet Club doing that shit. Like that's what I gravitate towards them because their promos backstage, the press conferences, the Bullet Club, like Finn and all of them. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
And since we're talking about it now, AEW Revolution is this Sunday.
I have the card.
And it's at the former Staples Center. They have sold 10,000 tickets. Listen, man, I was scared when they first announced it because I was like, if that building doesn't look good, like that's going to be
always do good there though. Like even with their in their lowest point, I mean they've always still do good in California.
They always do really well in LA, and then they've sold the Forum out a couple times.
That's not a shocker.
But the Staples Center can hold like, even conservatively, can hold like 15,000 people if you pull the stage up. So I was like, okay, I don't know how this is going to look.
It's still
they've sold 10,000 tickets. It's going to look good, and so I was like, good.
They'll probably get a couple more thousand.
Just to get the shots where there's tiers of fans, like the second level and third level is important for them to have that look. And no one's going to be a fan of the trios match, which is the dark match, because AJ Big Boom is going to be a part of that, even though he used
to be fair to AJ Boom, I was going to say he used to be a wrestler, but just the big oh god, I hate that.
Yeah, but
I hate it.
If it's a dark match, if it's a dark match, I'm fine with it. Like whatever they want to do, they're just trying to get social media hits. More power to them. That's totally fine. You put them on the main card, I might have issues with that. But then we have Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. I mean, this match will probably make me stop breathing about 17 times, like during it. So it's going to be fantastic. This match is going to be awesome.
The way Ospreay's shoulder fell on that chair when Fletcher attacked him on Dynamite. Yes. I'm like, is he going to make it this weekend?
I know.
No, he's dead
too. Chris Vallette, that's what his name is, right? He did an interview this week as well with Ospreay, and I thought was really good as well. Ospreay really held himself, conducted himself very well. Really seemed like a great spokesperson for AEW. I really liked stuff that he said. Very positive. He was awesome. I really
him and AJ. They did him and AJ got interviewed.
Yes, AJ was also great too. I love hearing from AJ as well. Then we have for the AEW Continental Championship, Okada taking on Brody King. Before people shit on that, Brody King is, if you're not going to use him, let him go to NXT right now. Brody King
is a
fucking
imagine?
Star. He's athletic. He's a big man. He could be whatever you want. He could be a face or a menacing heel. If you're not going to use him, let him fucking go. That's all I'm going to say on Brody King. And Okada, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's been a 4 or a 5 this entire time on purpose. You can see him holding back. So I don't know if there's a point to it or why, but I'm excited actually for this match because I think it's going to be really hard hitting and stiff.
That's how a heel should operate, Jess. I think.
Yeah. He's been great. He's been fantastic. He's
when
Io
Sky was a heel, you saw maybe 20% of her actual ability and work because she was a chicken shit champion heel. She's amazing. She's the best wrestler in the world. But yeah,
this is going to be a hard hitting match because Brody King doesn't play sometimes, and so I enjoy it. So I think this is going to be good. The storyline, man, they're not doing with Okada what I want them to do. They're not I feel maybe the hype for Okada is not so bueno. But this should be fine. Then we have MJF against Hangman Adam Page, which I'm just disappointed in MJF in general, his run here. And cuz you said it too, he's demotivated.
I think he's checked out.
But you know what though? Tony Khan gives him the reins. If MJF is pissed off, it's him. He's the reason why.
He has only himself to blame.
He has only himself to blame. Why would you go back? He was so over as a fucking face.
I don't know why they went to the heel.
He would have been the number one.
And you can still be face and do all of the kind of heel stuff that you like to do for the most part.
Yeah.
That's what makes it awesome. It's Austin did it. I mean, Austin never changed face and heel. He said the exact same stuff, did the exact same things. He had that going for him, but to then go and turn heel and be straight up, just like this, it felt like a step backwards for him, and because it was, there wasn't the right progression at the right time.
Imagine if he was the face that can go give the Death Riders a run. I mean,
Oh my
just
God,
saying.
that's what I thought we were going to get, and we did not. And I'm disappointed in MJF, the wrestler, because I think he really thought, no, I was better as a heel. He was on Chris Jericho's podcast before they did the Adam Cole thing, and Jericho's like, you know, you're really close to turning face. You know that, right? He's like, no, I hate it. Why would I ever do that? Like, and he's like, you'll see. Like, and then when the Adam Cole thing happened, I was like, look at it. Look at this. Like, of course you're a face. Like, how do you not see it? I don't know if MJF sees it. I don't think he really sees himself as that. Unless he's playing a character that thinks he's face, if that makes any sense, which is what he was doing with Adam Cole. Like, I think that he thinks that's fine because I was just doing a temporary thing. But I'm this MJF. It's like, well, this ain't working anymore. So you got to figure something out. And I love MJF. He is one of the most talented people. Like, he gets wrestling. He is awesome. Like, so I love MJF. I'm just disappointed in what he's been doing.
But he gets wrestling obviously only up to a certain point, because not knowing that you have to evolve and your character, once your character can't get stale, and it feels really stale right now. Like when he went turn face and he was doing it, you ride that out. You ride out your face run, and then when the moment's right, yeah, you turn back heel. But like to preemptively do it, it just feels like a failed character, and you retreated back to something that was
That's actually
comfortable
a
and
really
familiar.
good statement. Like he turned back heel like his face run wasn't working, and it totally was. It's like, yeah, he treated it like it was a failure, but it wasn't. Like, it's weird. And Craig, I know you're a big Hangman Adam Page fan, correct?
Yes.
I'm disappointed in him too. And Craig turned me on to him. At first, I was like, whatever, he's nothing special. But then Craig's like, no, like his music's cool, he's cool. And then the more I watch Adam Page, I'm like, you know what, he is cool. But he's disappointing me too. And because he goes and comes, and Adam Page is another guy who has a little bit of clout in the back that can kind of do what he wants. So when I know those two people, and I don't know because I'm working backstage, I feel it. Like, I feel for those two people that have the creative control that they have, you shouldn't trust yourself anymore because you guys think what you're doing is cool and it's working and it's not. So you need to humble yourselves and figure out, like, they're two of the biggest names from the original, AEW in 2019. They should be carrying the ship and they're not. And that's a problem. The match will be fine. I know the match is going to be good, but they're just disappointing to me.
I think the build-up's been okay. It picked up this last week.
It did pick up.
Set him on fire.
On fire.
But MJF trying to match like Adam Page's craziness, and we've just seen Adam Page. that's just whatever angle he does now. He just kind of goes to the edge and goes crazy, kind of thing. And then MJF's kind of matching it. So like, and then when Ospreay was talking to Chris Van Vliet, he was actually saying his dream opponent would be Page, and he sees Page as like who AEW is, which I thought was very strange. So, but yeah, to your point, like they need something coming out of this. It's going to be a great match, but yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
there's no doubt
They
about the quality of the match.
They didn't know how amazing the Swerve and Hangman feud was. And I don't know how you don't know that that's amazing, because it was the best thing you were doing for a long time. And then they didn't do anything. Like, Swerve, because he's great, is finding a way to come out the other end. But Adam Page seems like he's in purgatory. And I don't know how he gets out of the hottest feud. When we were there live for Full Gear in 2003, when they did that hardcore match, holy shit, I've never seen anything like that. Like, that was so brilliant, like, what they did. It was so good. And I don't know how you don't fucking, like, shine both them up. Super shiny, like, after that. I just
Turn
don't.
sideways.
Like, I really don't. Like, yeah.
Pick him up.
Now we have the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defending their tag titles against the Outrunners. I fucking love the Outrunners. For those people who don't know who the Outrunners are, they are legitly like a tag team that is completely
Like from the 80s. Yeah.
And they're just fucking stuck in the 80s. And it's brilliant. Their hype package this week was fucking funny. They always act like when they were doing a skit a couple weeks ago with the Rock and Roll Express, they're just like, well, I don't know, you guys are too young to know. And he's like, what are you talking about? And they go, we're the oldest people in the room. And they say it all the time. They're like, no, we used to bang and hang with you guys back in the 80s. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? We're the oldest people in the room. And it's so fucking funny. Like,
they're gonna get absolutely destroyed. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
They're gonna get hurt, pun intended. But I think Cuz might have said it a couple weeks ago that it's sort of like it's underperforming for Lashley and Shelton to be tag champions. But to me, I feel they need support on all three tiers of their company. They need support on the bottom of the card, the tag team division, and the world title. They need those brackets.
And they are dominating the
as
tag
long
division.
as they're not shitting on
they're squashing everyone.
It's when
as long as
people
they're not
get
shitting on the
pissed
Hurt Syndicate.
about how, like, if they don't give someone a push right away or whatever, it's like, dude, look how stacked WWE is. Like, there's too much going on at top right now. You can't just, like, that's why someone like an LA Knight had to slowly go back into the US title picture, and because you don't want to put him in the main event if he's not going to win, and he's just going to keep losing, and then you're really going to kill LA Knight. So I think what they're doing, like with LA Knight, for example,
the team's finally going to do it, but you're going to build up the Hurt Syndicate so big, a special team has to come and finally beat them. AEW is really good at doing that, and we'll talk about the Death Riders in a second. But like AEW is so good at that. I'm like, okay, you have the foundation. Now you need that sparkling star to come and then defeat them. And they do it all the time, and then there's no one to do it. And I'm like, how are you building
they have the star, and then they kill the momentum of the star all the time.
Yeah, they kill the momentum, or they don't do things in the right way. So eventually, some team that gets them, we get behind them, and we feel that physically they can match up with Lashley and Shelton. That's the team that needs to do it. So right now, to Dave's point, squash away, man. That's what you need. I love it. Like, I think it's awesome.
It's got to be Daniel Bryan coming back to beat Moxley. That's what we got to be working.
Yeah, I hope you would think, but you're giving a lot of credit to a company that is.
Oh, but if I criticize him, I'm the bad guy. Then what is that? I can't give him credit. I can't criticize.
What else? You got at least 14 more matches to it now. So what are
let
they?
you do anything. I'm like, shut the fuck up over there.
I criticize him, I get shitted on. If I give him credit, I get shitted on. You know? Can't fucking win.
Damn if you do. And then we have a match I'm not so interested in for the AEW TBS Women's Championship. Mercedes Moné against Momo. I'm sure maybe it'll be fine. We don't know anything about Momo because they just threw her in there. And Mercedes is like, I want to work with that one and that one. And to her credit, really, if you look at her in-ring work lately, she's been really good. Like, I mean, she's
I always try to tell you guys,
like,
she's trying to bring these people up into the spotlight. That's
are we getting it?
So that's good.
Elbow drop.
And then we have a singles match to determine the number one contender for the AEW Championship. Swerve Strickland against Ricochet, which should be one of the highlights. Ricochet is so fucking funny, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, he's just one of the things, the few bright spots, and the things that I really highlight when there's a second company. This is why. You look at Tony Storm, you look at Ricochet, he's been ridiculous as this nerd, like, bad guy. He's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's so fucking hilarious. And, I mean, I don't like them stabbing each other with scissors every fucking, because that would kill someone and all. So I don't really like that stuff.
Yeah, on the same show, you have that and someone try to, MJF trying to set Hangman on fire. Like,
yeah,
you're doing too extreme, too much, like, sometimes.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that too. But the match, Swerve and Ricochet,
it's gonna be a banger.
Like,
that's gonna be a fucking
banger.
And
whoever wins is gonna be number one contender. So who knows? Because like if Ricochet would, and Tony Khan's not afraid to do face versus face, which is another weakness of his. Because you don't want to split your goddamn audience, so stop doing it. Because you could, as a wrestling fans, we want to bring out our little red lipstick for a lot of different things, right? And even as kids, we start talking about like, oh, it'd be awesome if Flair fought Hogan or whatever. And then you see it sometimes, you're like, if it's not done right, it's not going to work. You could look at whatever names you want to on paper, but if they don't have chemistry and they're not booked right, it won't work and it won't draw. And I don't like it when Tony Khan says that. He's like, I'm just going to throw a swerve at the fans. We'll have a face take on a face. I'm like, yeah, you just fuck. Like, you need to build stars, goddammit.
The thing where I could see that maybe, and like, I can't, I see that card because I have the card right here. I'm looking at the poster. Like, it has all the matches in the side by side. It's cool that Strickland and Ricochet are gonna get a shot at the number one. But when you see like MJF versus Hangman, you see Bobby Lashley in a tag team, you see Kenny Omega versus Takeshita, you see Ospreay and Fletcher. You're almost like thinking like those guys should be the ones fighting for a number one contendership.
Maybe they're
and Strickland as well.
Because
Because Ricochet is just now coming into his own with this character. It's not like he's been some dominating heel or a babyface, to go. Because obviously Moxley's gonna win, right? Like Moxley's gonna win.
Well, okay. Well,
that's why you don't put those together yet.
Let me get to
that later.
Let me get to that. And plus, Ricochet, he pinned Swerve in a tag match this week, so I'm pretty sure Ricochet.
Strickland's, because Strickland's gonna win.
Then next we have, but good points, cuz put a pin in that. We'll circle back to it. It's corporate talk.
Yeah, I'll break that
Then we have
circle real
timeless
fast.
Toni Storm defending her title against Mariah May, which, like what Cuz says, this should fucking main event the show, and it's a falls count anywhere match, which is going to be fucking awesome. So they're probably going to bleed all over the place, which some people will get crazy about. But if it's done right, I don't care. I think it's going to be wonderful. And then Cuz also talked about Omega is taking on Takeshita for the AEW International Championship. I mean, title doesn't mean anything. It's going to be a banger.
Hey.
It's going to be a fucking great match.
So many matches.
Sorry, I'm watching Smackdown. I'm watching Smackdown.
The main event is John Moxley will defend his AEW championship, or I should say his AEW briefcase against Kopi Pants for the title. So I also hear rumors too. So Craig Cuz said that Moxley's going to win.
No.
I hear that Jack Perry is coming back and he's going to side with the Death Riders and become part of them, which I think his character does fit that.
That does fit that.
And I think they need. I don't think Cope is the one that should beat them. Even
No,
though I would not be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed if Cope does, and then they rebuild the Death Riders. I don't have a problem with the Death Riders.
At that point, if Cope beats them, you might as well just kill them off.
I don't know. Maybe you kick some members out and restructure. I think, Cuz you posted this. You were trying to prove your point about Luger's theme song, which you are wrong about. but you posted when Luger beat Hulk about 4 months before Sting took on Hogan at Starrcade. That's a ballsy move, right? You had set the table, which AEW has not set the table for anybody, by the way. But I mean, WCW was setting the table for Sting. But then 4 months earlier, they let Luger beat him on a weird scenario on Nitro. I don't mind if Cope does that, like a flash defeat. But remember that segment after? Hogan is in the back and he's fucking shoving the table down or whatever, and he looks at Hall and Nash. He's like, okay, calm down. Giant, you dropped the ball. And it was they started like doing the thing to pull the Giant away. So I don't mind if a heel faction goes through their growing splurts and their pains, and they replace a couple members. You put Jack Perry, you kick Yuta out. I'm fine with that. Because I want to know who the Death Riders are. I don't know who they are.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, I feel like because they already kind of have a very indifferent reaction from everybody and not really a lot of steam. It's like if you kill them now, I think you're just killing them. Like,
but I don't know if if you build them, I don't know if it's killing them. But I'm giving them too much credit.
I'd rather Moxley. I think Moxley should win. Like, Moxley needs to win, and they need to do dominating. Dominate.
If Perry comes back, I like Perry in a feud with Cope as well.
LA Knight's losing
because Edge will put him over, and it'll be a good feud, I think. So that's the end of the card. It's 9 matches. To Dave's point,
what they need to look forward to.
Blunt force trauma.
Biggest thing for AEW is to get to July and have a big show in that Dallas baseball.
I was going to say,
oh
Craig,
man, what's going to happen?
Wherever they're going, they set the table, and it's months. What's going on, Cuz?
That was just a weird swerve. Like they were literally setting up to like where you're thinking like LA Knight's going to lose because Shinsuke sprayed Robinson with the mist instead of Knight.
New U.S. champion.
They got a new U.S. champion though. He fucking did it.
Whoa!
I almost went.
Oh, LA Knight beat him.
You're right here first.
Yeah, where's the? What?
He just.
He did what, Cuz?
Like LA Knight just won. They actually tricked us. It was actually a nice little surprise. Actually, it was a nice little swerve.
I don't know what was the point of the whole Shinsuke reveal. What was the whole point of it? What? Okay, I love LA Knight, and I have all the gear.
Dave,
you guys all know, but I'm just like, what was that? What was that for?
I see what you're saying, but you're blaming Triple H. It's not. Vince killed Shinsuke dead long before. Like, there's nothing Triple H can do to save him at this point.
Well,
like,
I mean, whatever we feel about him now, Shinsuke, it's better that he won a champion than what he was doing before when Vince was,
Correct.
And I think anyone will view that as a push. So I mean, that's what it was. He got the push that.
Yeah, I mean, at least him winning the title kind of rejuvenates him a little bit. Yeah. He can become like he looks like a contender again. So he's not just like he's not. We just don't expect him to job out.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be that gatekeeper heel now. He's gonna be the guy that like gets wins here and there when the new up and comer needs a credible heel to go over. That's what he'll.
I trust him in Triple H's hands more than anybody else's. So it is what it is. Like, he was just damaged. When Vince brought him up on the main roster, Vince didn't see it. And even though his entrances in NXT were like, I got the Rock goosebumps, baby. Like, I mean, they were awesome. Like, they were, and the matches he had with Sammy, all of his matches with Rude was good. Like, everything was great. Like, Samoa Joe. Everything was awesome with him in NXT. I don't know how Triple H was basically like, look, old man, look. And then Vince is like, I don't have time for that right now.
going back to Revolution.
See what they're doing in TNA?
I'm very excited about it just because I'm excited to watch a PLE that has more than 4 matches on it.
Right.
And to AEW's defense, I know people like look at that. It's so funny. It's like WWE is going on to 4 now. People see 9 matches like, oh God, it's so long. But I'm like, no, this isn't WrestleMania 5 where they put like 15 matches in a 3-hour show.
Right.
And the wrestling was 3 hours because you had that window in the pay-per-view. Like AEW will do the 3.5, 3-hour, 45-minute dance. They always do with their pay-per-views. So if you have 10 matches and they all breathe or whatever, you might be fatigued at the end because it's going to be almost 4 hours. But I say 70% of that card should be like bangers, like should be just wow. Like I mean,
without a doubt.
And is that tomorrow or Sunday?
It's Sunday.
Sunday.
It's the only reason why I'm not going. It's like if it was tomorrow, I would fucking go to LA.
They need to, they just need to go back to Saturdays.
I'm not gonna go on a Sunday night and fucking not get home till 10.
Yeah, they need to go back to Saturday nights.
That's so. Yeah, Saturday. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, and there's no WWE.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's not a WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah.
There's nothing to go against it.
Which is weird because they normally do. I think All In Texas is on a Saturday. Like most of their pay-per-views are on a Saturday, and they just changed this one to Sunday for shits and giggles. I have no idea why.
Yeah, we're approaching
Unless there's a like, is there a Lakers game tomorrow?
Right.
It doesn't matter. Right. Are they doing it in Staples? I don't even know where they're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing
it. Staples Center.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because it's not, you don't have to worry about the Clippers anymore. They have their own stadium now. So
they call it the Crypto Arena.
The Crypto.
Yeah, I don't
it's Staples. It's Staples.
It's Staples. It'll always be Staples.
Yeah.
And WWE probably has exclusivity on into it now, so that's why they can do Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we approach the hour mark, there's like one more thing I was kind of hoping to touch on, just to get your guys' opinion. 2 things. We can talk about one or both, but Piper and Chelsea putting over NXT this week was awesome. And then just to kind of tail onto that, apparently there is going to be an Evolution 2, which is a all-women's pay-per-view on July 5th, which I'm very excited about. And the reason why I'm excited about that is we see very little coverage of all the new women's individual titles and the tag titles on PLE, so they'll have this ability to
defend all the belts.
To do all of that, and I think that's awesome.
They need to bring up the
NXT,
really NXT women for that too.
You know, you're gonna see now, to Cuz's point, that how like stacked that fucking women's roster is, and all the NXT stars you're gonna see like be shined too, like the spotlight shined on them that night.
Yeah, now because it's even more,
right,
it's even more stacked than.
Fucking funny. If they do 4 matches, I'll fucking die laughing. Like if they do 4,
they'll be all bangers. Hey, 4 bangers.
One of them, it's Trish and Lita as a tag team in one of them. It's like
4 bangers out of 4 versus 4 bangers out of 14. You know,
you're like,
oh no,
fucking 12-minute entrances.
So they'll get 4 out of 4 bangers versus 4 out of 14 bangers. You know.
I don't know. AEW will have more bangers than non. They always do. The matches are always
they'll have good matches.
Yeah.
They'll have good matches.
They always do.
WrestleMania night 1 will have 20 matches and night 2 will have 30.
Yeah, that's awesome though. And all women's pay-per-view, I'd be interested to see what the viewership looks like and what kind of ticket sales they can get, because I hate to say it, I bet you there's a lot of fans out there that only come to watch the ladies. So we'll see.
No, I think this is, and they've built it enough too. Like the first pay-per-view, I want to say they sold like 80% of the building out or whatever, and everyone was like, I was like, dude, it's the first one.
And when was that? 2016?
Right. Yeah, I think so.
That was a while ago. I mean, and the women's roster was stacked, but they don't have nearly as many they have now.
Yeah, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna put like 18,000 people in whatever arena they go to.
Yeah, it'll be a 10,000 seat arena, and there'll be 18,000 people.
Yeah, those people are sitting outside.
The women's matches are so like that the Io Sky and Rhea match. I had to watch it. I had to go back and watch it again.
Dude, the tag team match from the week before.
The tag team match was so good.
Every time Io like Rhea was on the ground and Io like walks on top of her, I was like, "Fuck, I love that!" Like it just it made me laugh every single time.
Io's so good.
I'm gonna step on you on the way to my next move. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I want to keep getting more Io versus Liv matches too, because those every time Io and Liv go at it.
That's true. Like I said, Io is the best female wrestler in the world in my opinion. I don't think it's close. Well, it's close.
There's a lot of good talent. Like there's a lot of great talent.
I think Io's the best in the world when it comes to in-ring talent right now for the ladies.
She's pretty up there. I mean, she would be in my top 3 for sure.
Yeah,
I would do.
She's amazing.
Well, I'll see how.
She's awesome.
I'll see how my girl Tiffany. No Moolah. Okay. Well, Terry Bollea is pretty good too, brothers.
Terry.
He's like Terry. That's my woman in wrestling gimmick, brother.
Should we?
Yeah, brother. I guess we could end it right there. I mean,
Greg, where the fuck are we going? I don't know.
Let's go to the matches.
and then the stream
Why
is
did I mess up my own?
over.